customized by you.
As the Fed showed signs of recovery, as the economy showed signs of recovery and the Fed ended its mortgage purchase program, many predicted that mortgage rates would begin to rise. That, of course, though, was before the European debt crisis hit and sent investors into treasuries, which have now pushed mortgage rates to record lows again. Is it enough, though, to entice home buyers? We know it's been helping refinancing. Fred Glick is a licensed mortgage broker and real estate agent at Philadelphia-based U.S. Loan Mortgage, and Michael Moskowitz is president of Direct Mortgage Lender Equity, now in New York City. Guys, good to see you. Fred, you're a mortgage broker. What has the level activity have been like since the mortgage rates hit those all-time lows? Are you seeing an increase in refinancing and purchases?
Well, I've definitely seen the refinancing. People have been kind of surprised by the rates. And I've been getting some phone calls from different states. I had one guy who actually closed 30 days ago out in California, and the rate is 5/8% below what he locked in at, so we're refining him again. It was a beautiful thing. But on the purchase side, people still are worried about jobs. So it's really market to market. In downtown Philadelphia, it's kind of busy, but in the suburbs, it's slowed up.
Did that guy paid you fees twice?
Well,
in 2
he
months?
did. He did it with somebody else, but he's going through me now. But yeah, he's doing it. But on that much, he's saving about $250 a month, and over the long run, he's going to be there long term. It pays.
He's doing it for cash flow rather than overall cost. All right, Michael, exactly. Rates are low, but banks are still very tight on lending standards. As a direct lender, what kind of loans are you doing? Do you find your customers are coming to you after being turned down by other major financial institutions?
Yes, we do. We find that some of the major banks have minimum credit scores of 660 or above, and our credit scores are as low as 620. And by the way, 6 months ago, the credit scores that you can qualify for a loan were 580, both for Fannie, Freddie, and FHA. So you definitely see a tightening in the credit environment. And in your promo, you said, are we going to see a jump up in activity? I don't think so. I see credit conditions tightening, and
let me clarify that. So a few months ago, you said somebody could go to Fannie and Freddie with a 580 credit score and get a loan. Now they've got to have, what did you say, 660?
620.
620. So it's okay.
Many major banks have their own self-imposed limit of 660.
And why do you think that's happened, even though rates have gone down?
I think we see more defaults. There are defaults in the background. People are defaulting. Real estate values are still going down, certainly in the tri-state area. And you know, the $8,000 credit sustained it for 3/4 of a year, but you can't control the market.
Yeah, and that tax credit now gone. Fred, what have you noticed that the drop in mortgage rates, is that enough to offset that loss of the tax credit?
Not at all. Not even one bit. All we did is we moved everybody forward. Here's $8,000, come and buy a house. Okay, I was going to buy one anyway because I have a job and I'm comfortable that I'm going to stay here and have my job. That's all it's about. The $8,000, I had said many times, should have been a repayable one, not just free money. And there's been, you know, activity from higher more than it was a couple years ago, but we've been seeing other problems, and the biggest one is the HVCC, which I call the home values continue collapsing because the appraisals are just not coming in. And also another problem with the refis is we need sales so the appraisers can appraise the property. So we might be into a situation, if there's nobody buying houses, you're not going to be able to refi either, and that's going to kill everything. Yeah,
I know of individuals who've had that trouble. There's no comp for them to run off of, and so the appraiser doesn't want to give them something that'll help them get the loan. Michael, how long do you think rates are going to stay low?
I personally think they'll stay low for a while. I think it all has to do with Europe, and I think Europe is over-leveraged, like most consumers in the U.S. And I think we're in for the 10 years that Japan had of low rates and a difficult environment.
Oh, God. And Fred, did you just agree with him?
Absolutely. There is no reason to raise rates. We're not in a booming economy. We have to slow it down. There's nothing that we can find to jumpstart this economy like we had the internet in the 90s.
I'm cutting you off because it is a Friday before the long weekend, and I don't want to hear any more sadness. Okay?
Well, hey, go Flyers. That's all I can say.
All right. Michael, you have a great weekend. Fred, you have a great weekend as well.
Thank you,
all
Michelle.
right, American